So these are my new concentrations. Now these are the concentrations of the solution. Here we would like to have the concentration of the ions. So what is the concentration of the ions? Well, since the ratio between the compound and the ion is 1:1, this would also be the concentration of the Pb2+. We have units right here. And for the concentration of the sulfate ion, this is the concentration of the sodium sulfate. The ratio between the compound and the sulfate ion is 1:1, so it is going to be the same. So these numbers are the same as these numbers is just because they are in 1:1 ratio. If they are in 1:2 ratio or 1:3 ratio, then you just have to take care of the mole ratio appropriately. And then what we do next is that we would put these numbers right here. And then we would like to find out what the Q is. And from my calculation, the Q turns out to be 6.4 times 10 to the -6. Okay? So now we got the Q value. And the KSP value for the precipitate is also given. So how do we make use of these two numbers to form our conclusion? So because Q is bigger than the KSP, okay, because Q is bigger than the KSP, so the equilibrium is going to shift to the left. Okay, and it shifts to the left because we have more products initially than at the equilibrium, so we have to use the extra product. So the way we use it is by shifting the reaction to the left. It shifts left. The left is our solid, is our precipitate, and therefore our conclusion is there will be some precipitate forming in the solution. So if the Q is smaller than KSP, then it will be the other case, precipitate will not form. So just make sure that you understand what does the Q value represent and how do you make sense when you compare the Q value and the K values. How would those two values help you to determine which direction would the equilibrium shift?